Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Only Hands GR86 Round 3 at OSCHERSLEBEN. I'm JP. I'm going to be joined in the booth by Mr. Jim Cunningham here this evening as well. And after the dramas of last week, it's going to be an interesting one. OSCHERSLEBEN is not a track that's loved, but some people don't hate it either. 2.297 miles, 3.696 kilometers here as well. And its current configuration is in use since 2007. Let's take a look at the standings after last week's in the AMS. We'll start off with the championship scores. You can see it's Simon McPhee out in front at the moment with Jack DeGrand and Curtis Matthews in second and third. Egel Sotiro, JT Johnson, Adrian Hadfield, Mikey Dolan, Joseph Lopez, Connor Pink and Terry Atkinson round out the top 10. In the pros, it is currently Daniel Wareham leading away with Cam Fredericks in second, then Matt Benson, Dan Foster, Lee Martin, Rick Wisham, Ryan Dudley and Sean Atkinson. Thank you so much for joining us here as well. We've got two 20-minute races lined up, ready to go for you as well. And well, Jim, what can we say about OSCHERSLEBEN? Do you love it? Do you hate it? How do you think it's going to go?
It's good to be here with you, and happy Father's Day. Yeah, to anybody that's watching today, it is Father's Day as we're recording this. So happy Father's Day to you and anybody else watching. I guess I'm a weirdo. I like this track. I don't know why, but ever since like the rookie cars, I was fast here, and so I've always liked this track. I don't really know why. There's no particular reason other than I was just quick here. So I'm kind of fond of it.
Well, we'll see how these guys get on here as well. Just coming towards the end of qualifying at this moment in time here. Welcome in, Craig Jones. How are you, dear sir? Hope you are well. Hope you've had a wonderful Father's Day here and you got lots of presents. Well, you know, as we go. Or as my 14-year-old turned around and told me, as I said to him, do you know what day it is? He said, yep, it's Father's Day. I said, have you got anything to say to me? He went, it happens every year, right? Thanks, mate. I love you too. Yeah. So there we go. That was the response I got from my teenager.
That's what you should tell him on his birthday.
Yeah, that's what I should say to him.
Every year.
I don't have nothing to tell you, mate, apart from it happens every year. So I got no presents for you, nothing. Thank you so much. But there we go. Bless his little cotton socks. He did then come up and say Happy Father's Day. So you got to love him after that as well. But, you know, it is Father's Day here in the UK, and I believe it's Father's Day to you. Apparently in Australia, as I found out, it's not actually Father's Day till September. So there we go. New drivers in the series today as well. Davide Silva, I'm going to presume that's how you say his name, out on track at the moment in the AMS. We've got 8 pro. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pros, I believe that is, here lined up for us as well. 6 pros, sorry, and 9 AMS. It should be an interesting one. Lightning McQueen is not going to be happy, son. That is not how you drive his car. Have you never seen the film? Because life is just a highway. So there we go. Dan Wareham out on the race circuit as well. Here, doing a stellar job in this GR86s. Coming towards the end of qualifying. 16 seconds to go. Well, even less than that now, as you can see on the left-hand side. And at the moment, Dan Foster from Simtech is out in front on a 1:37.769. Dan Wareham's going for it here as well. In through the Shell S's is going to go. Then he's got the Saxon curve, the final curve on this racetrack. That long looping right-hander. And unfortunately, Jim, he doesn't quite get there.
Nah, he's a little short.
He was. Thank you very much. Right, short input there from Jim Matthews. Thank you so much, Jim Cunningham. Sorry, thank you so much, Jim. You know what I mean? Much love there as well. Jesus Christ, he didn't want to overexert himself on the contact. You know what I mean? It's just like, I might as well just sit here on my jacks. Right, Dan Foster out in front with Dan Wareham in second. Cam Fredericks in third, and Lee Martin in fourth. Curtis Matthews fifth, Simon McPhee in sixth, Egel Sotiro, Ryan Dudley, Michael Dolan, Joseph Lopez, Connor Pink, and Jack DeGrand rounding out the final top 12. Then behind that, it's Adrian Hadfield, Davide Silva, and John Johnson there as well. Happy Father's Day to everyone watching and to everyone racing and broadcasting. Thank you so much, Curtis Matthews there as well. Much love to you. Hope you've had a wonderful Father's Day. Let's get this up and running. Jim's will hopefully speak a little bit more throughout the race, so you can listen to
I was saving myself for the on-track action.
Oh, is that what it is? Was it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So there we go. My mistake. Jim was saving himself, so I'm going to sit here and be quiet for 20 minutes while Jim does all the talking. How about that? Who knew? I bet you £5 he don't. But here we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen. On we go, onwards and upwards. We're just waiting for the last couple of cars to get on the grid. They're all on there now as well. We are going to be up and running. The lights are coming on very, very shortly. GR86s from OSCHERSLEBEN. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Ladies and gentlemen, we are green, green, green. Foster out in front is leading away, coming down into that left-hander here this evening as well. It's the sweeping left and right, so it isn't going to be such a hard stop as we have got OSCHERSLEBEN here as well. So be aware, it is on the motorcycle A course, that's sweeping left and right as we go round for the first time here once again. Leading us off into turn number 2. Hassaroda is the corner with Dan Foster, Dan Wareham, Cam Fredericks, Curtis Matthews leading the AMs, sitting in 4th place at the moment. Lee Martin, Simon McPhee and Ryan Dudley. Kirsten's got to be careful of them marbles. They are going to be a little bit of trouble as Martin goes through on the inside. Jim, no major reports. Few overtakes to get through though. Adrian Hadfield, Joseph Lopez, Connor Pink all making moves here earlier on, but 19 minutes gone and everybody's got through cleanly.
Yeah, they started off nice. It's pretty clean. Yeah, like I said, Connor Pink's up 2 spots. That's good. Dudley's up 1. This is coming into a tough section of this little track right here. This will get you at some point in time. You're going to catch an off track right here, or you're going to get in trouble. And this is the key spot to be fast on this track. You have to come through that section fast to catch this straightaway and get a good run down the straightaway, especially in these cars.
Yeah, I definitely do. Dan Foster out in front, Simtech 1 and 2. Dan Wareham in behind, Cam Fredericks, OGRL in behind that one. Lee Martin from Turtle Speed and Curtis Matthews from OGRL in behind them as these guys continue in fighting. Joseph Lopez battling away with Mikey Dolan there in his Zoomies liveried machine. Dolan in front in this car as well from EASR as he's continuing to go. No dramas again. It's very liney at the moment. Jack DeGrand, David A. Silva, John Johnson, all in a line. No real dramas to report. Wareham tucked up right behind Foster. Craig Jones, please what? Give me more context, Craig. We might be able to understand what it is you are talking about. So there we go.
Yeah, I have no clue.
No, me neither.
Oh. Yeah, it's just not surprising to see these 2 out front here. That's a common occurrence in this league. Both these guys are so fast.
Yeah, they definitely are. Foster leading the way, coming into the triple left-hander. Why is it called that? Well, there's 1 left, there's 2 left, and here's 3 left. So on to the right-hander we go now as well. That long looping right-hander. You've got to wait to apply the power. Now we can go on the run through the S's section here, through the right, through the left, through the chicane, through the right again. Now on to Stadion Gerard, the long back straight. Is this where most of the overtakes are going to take at the moment? On board with Wareham, we can't quite get close enough. We still aren't going to be able to get close enough. Coming into the right-hander of the Shell S's. On the brakes we go, through the right. No. Through the left. No. It's going to be the run through Saxon. Are we going to get it through the final couple of corners here? Wareham looking toasty. I'm just worried a little bit, Jim. How close is he actually going to get to his teammate before Cam Fredericks starts coming through at him?
Well, clearly Cam is it does look like Wareham's getting held up a little bit, and Cam is all over their bumper right now. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how patient Wareham gets. I don't think he's going to, do anything too aggressive to his teammate, but you can't sit behind him for too long, or Cam's going to make a move on him.
Yeah, well, I can tell you what, Fredericks is coming at him here as well. In this OGRL machine, Lee Martin tucked him right behind him. Egov Satiro's got Connor Pink, who's just gone up the inside. Look on the left-hand side. Ready? We're going to see if it is going to be Connor Pink here very, very shortly. And I believe that Mr. Pink is now, there he is. He's alongside him currently at this moment in time. Is he going to be able to make this through? We'll keep an eye out, see what goes on here again. They're going to be side by side. Down through the triple left-hander. Pink on the outside line. Through the corner they go, side by side again. Satiro tucked in here with Dolan as well, but it is going to be Connor Pink. Manages to hold that position. Egov Satiro in behind. He's now running side by side with Mikey Dolan.
I'm not sure if Satiro kind of backed off and let him have that position. That was a tough spot to make a pass in. If Satiro didn't ease up there, that was a really nice pass from Connor.
You reckon?
Yeah, that's not an easy spot to go on the outside around that triple left-hander there. That's a tough move.
And you reckon he gave it to him?
I don't know. It just seemed like he made it really look easy. So I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe he didn't want to get into an incident this early.
Well, it's probably the best thing to do, to be blatantly honest with you. But I wouldn't want to get in.
Whoa! There was, speaking of incident, that Connor Pinkton or Satiro that's around.
Yeah, it was. There goes Satiro.
Yeah, look, he dropped down the scoring charts there. Yeah.
Look at that dude. Well out on the AstroTurf. Bang. Goes Satiro there. Spent too much time on the AstroTurf, and now, unfortunately, it is done. Dolan, Lopez side by side, though, at the moment, Jim.
Yeah, this is, well, he tucked back in there. You don't want to get on the side of the Zoomies car. You never know what's going to happen. I love the Zoomies livery. That's perfect.
Yeah, to find out how it's going to get on here as well. And we'll see what we can do, whether or not the Zoomies is going to be able to zoom his way to the front. It's going to be all about that situation. Keep an eye out on the guys there as well. Dan Wareham tucked in behind Foster at this moment in time. Is he going to be able to get there? What do we think, Jim? Is he going to be able to get there?
I mean, at this point, I think he's battling Frederick more than he is Foster. You know, I mean, at this point, he's got to be kind of defensive drive, and it's he just doesn't look comfortable. You know, Wareham is usually just, you know, charging to the front or running up front. Now this is oh no, well, he almost lost it right there.
Yeah, Wareham's going to make a mistake, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately for Dan Wareham, he has nearly made a mistake there. I'm waiting for Curtis Matthews. Where are you, son? There he is. Just coming up alongside him at the moment, getting squeezed along the line. Matthews has got his nose along, not being able to do it there, unfortunately for Curtis. He's going to have to sit in once more. In behind Dan Wareham again, who's just made that mistake. He allowed Cam Fredericks to go through. Ryan Dudley in there at the same time. We can have a look and see how Fredericks got past, but it was this mistake from Wareham that cost him. Watch him coming through here as well, through the right-hander. Just gets a little bit of a wiggle on just there, and then Fredericks unfortunately pulls over at the same time. I do wonder, though, whether or not he had a slowdown, Jim. That could be why the sudden stop all of a sudden.
It was kind of weird. I mean, at first I thought it was a wiggle, but on the replay it didn't look you know, that bad. Like you know, it's almost like he got out of the way just to pay the slowdown. You know, maybe that's possible.
Yeah. Dudley.
Speaking of slowdown, that was out there pretty far right there.
Dudley in behind McPhee.
The good news is I'm slow enough that I don't have to pull out of the way. I can just keep going, and I serve my slowdowns just with my driving.
You and me both, mate, on that one. I see these cars are still twitchy at the back. Yes, mate. That's what they're there for. That's what they're built for, to be that twitchy rear end so you can get it loose and slide it around a corner. Some people still could drive the car, though, Mr. Jones. Others still can't. I wonder which one of you here, Rick, as well. So let's keep an eye out on this as Ryan Dudley tucked in behind McPhee, and then behind Matthews with Wareham. Here currently all in this front pack. Edgar Satiro in pit lane. Jack Duran's been off the side of the circuit. It's looking like he's trying to come back on as well. But I can tell you what, it's going to be a fight here.
Yeah, you know, obviously Satiro suffered some damage there, but you know, DeGrand is struggling a little bit right now as well. By the way, is his name Jack or Jake? I thought it was Jake. Am I saying that wrong?
Yeah, Jake DeGrand. What did I say?
Jake, okay. Jack.
Oh, sorry, Jake.
Well, right. He's our only hand sponsor.
Sorry, Jake. Love you, dude.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't butchering it because I'm famous for that. By the way, there's Curtis Martin right there with, oh, look at that. Man, McPhee just got bumped by Dudley there a little bit.
Well, it's very close, to be honest with you, Jim. That's about as close as he's going to get.
Yes, that is. See kind of run they get off this. Both of them got a good run out of there, though. I was going to say about Curtis right when I saw that bump. Curtis has got a nice run going, leading the AM class. Looking pretty strong today.
Definitely is there. See how Curtis Matthews can get on, whether or not he's going to be able to make it work. We're going to find out here as well. But it's been action all the way through this race. Who's going to come out on top, though, Jim? Is there anyone you think is going to be shining through and come out on top?
I mean, if you'd asked me at the beginning, I would have said Wareham. But where he's at right now with, 9 minutes to go, we'll see. He seems to be just uncomfortable on the track. I mean, right now you got to like either Foster or Cam Fredericks up there running a beautiful race right now.
Definitely doing a good job. Well, we'll see how it gets on. Curtis Matthews managing to hold on here as well. Further back, we've got Mikey Dolan having a good old scrap a little bit further. He's got Joseph Lopez in and around him here for Dolan as these guys continue to fight it out. This is for 4th and 5th in class. We'll show you the class splits now. As you can see, Curtis Matthews leading the AMs, Fredericks leading the pros, and it's getting very, very, very tight in and around here from Dolan and Lopez. Dolan tucked in the moment. He's going to be coming down through the looping right-hander. Dolan's not going to be able to get past here. What could Dolan do, though? Because it does look like they're doing very similar lap times.
Yeah, I mean, well, and that's the nature of these cars. You pretty much have got to stay there and, wait for a little mistake, a little wiggle, or wait to get a better run off of one of these turns that lead onto the straight here, which he did. He's got a nice run going there. That was a nice, clean little move right there.
Yeah, he got the job done there, Mikey Dolan. Now let's see what's going on further up the field. Curtis Matthews, Dan Wareham, Dan Foster, all continuing to fight it out. Wareham in the mix here. He's at the front. Foster's a little bit further back. Lee Martin is going after Cam Fredericks, and he's coming at him quite quick. He's got 8.5 minutes to go on this clock. And Ryan Dudley, Foster, Wareham, Matthews, McPhee are all in chase. It does look like Jake DeGrand has just had some form of drama. Oh, dearie me, not coming out of pit lane, surely.
Oh, I've had it here before. I'm not going to lie to you. I have had a mess right here.
Oh,
right there.
Oh, he did as well. Yeah, got it all a little bit wrong, did Jake. And unfortunately for him, dropped back here as well. Dan Foster in there. Where's Wareham behind? There's Matthews. Matthews has got Dudley. Still climbing all over him. He just can't seem to get past him here. What can we do? Oh, there we go. Matthews made a mistake. Dudley goes through.
Well, again, that's not Curtis's fight. I mean, for overall it is. But as far as in class, at this point, Curtis just wants to run clean laps. He's got almost a 6-second lead over second place. He just wants to be clean out there and not make any mistakes, which is look at this. Oh, he's off the track. Oh, he held on to it. Look at this run up here.
Foster lost 2 places.
They're getting racy.
Yeah, Foster lost 2 places.
Racy up there, yeah. Yeah,
Dudley's
2 places, wow.
Dudley's going to try and come back through as well, trying to make that place pass down Wareham. Because now Foster lost 2 spots just by making 1 mistake. Curtis Matthews is leading on to the back with Simon McPhee. Connor Pink a bit further back. Dudley. There's Wareham. There is Wareham. Dudley's trying to go out the inside. Wareham's going to look at trying to cut his nose off. No space done there. No quarter given from Dan Wareham. Dudley's going to have to try and go at him one more time here as well. 6 minutes to go, Jim. Has Curtis and Cam Fredericks wrapped this up, and has Dan Wareham held on to third?
Well, I don't know that I would say just yet that Frederick had it. One little twitch and Martin's going to be all over him. So, but he's looking good for sure. He's run a nice, pretty clean race. I'm looking at Wareham here and wondering what he just seems off. Just a little off today. I don't know. Maybe he's just doesn't like this track.
Well, that is a possibility. There are plenty of people that don't like the circuit. Do we say?
Yeah, I mean, we all have tracks that we run better at than others, and some that we run way worse at. That's just the nature of what. Yeah.
But
I'm just surprised that he seems to be struggling just a little bit. I mean, even struggling, he's fast, but still.
Yeah. And there are circuits, of course, that people do get lost at as well, don't they, Craig? Here, who got lost at Silverstone, of all places. So there we go, went completely the wrong way. Lee Martin now closed on. Yeah, straight up. He completely missed out a quarter of the track right at the beginning. But there we go. What more could you ask for? As Lee Martin closes up on Cam Fredericks. I've got a funny feeling this is going to be a very intense 4.5 minutes here for Cam. I think Martin's going to be closing all over him, and there might be a couple of dives that I don't know if Fredericks is going to be able to stop.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be interesting. I think he will. I mean, he's run a really, really strong race, but yeah, Lee's coming for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go behind him, and Ryan Dudley is all over Wareham back there. There's going to be a couple of dives back there too, I think.
Yeah, there's going to be more than one space trying to go up for grabs here. Keep your eyes out, ladies and gentlemen. See what goes on, because I tell you, it's going to be an interesting fight. Lee Martin, Cam Fredericks, Ryan Dudley, and Dan Wareham. Still battles to go. And then by the looks of it, we've got Dolan, Lopez, and Silva having a fight a little bit further back.
Yeah. I was going to say, we got battles all the way back to 12th place.
Mm-hmm. They're going to be coming in the background very, very shortly. It does look like Curtis Matthews has just cleared Simon McPhee. I do wonder whether McPhee had a slowdown there as well at the same time. So we'll have to find out how it goes on there as well.
Let's see here. Yeah, that's I don't know. That's I wonder if maybe McPhee might have suffered a little damage somewhere along the way there.
Maybe. Silva's in here with Lopez. Dolan's just up the road. Further up is Curtis Matthews. He's got McPhee in behind him. Then we've got Dan Wareham with Ryan Dudley, and then Lee Martin and Cam Fredericks. They're up. The fight for the front is kicking off here.
Yeah, Martin's creeping up on him. I mean, he is right there now.
Yeah.
And this is a good spot through this little stretch here with the triple left-hander, and then that big long sweeping right that leads onto the straight. This is a really good spot to get a nice momentum run on him.
Yeah, he's going to try and go through the long right-hander. Is he going to be able to make this? So that's going to be the problem for Fredericks. Is he going to be able to make it here? Couple of S's to go. 2.5 minutes. I think it's going to be about one more lap here, Jim. I think he's going to have one more for Cam Fredericks to try and hold back Lee Martin.
They both got a really nice run through there. At first, I thought Lee might have gotten a little better run, but it doesn't look like it at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I tell you what, you got to watch these curbs. In fact, Frederick just caught one right there. That curb right there is brutal. If you catch it, it will put the car up on two wheels quick.
2 minutes on the clock. Oh, we might actually get one and one more. Racetracks need signposts, said Craig Jones. No, Craig, you just need to learn it before you go on to the racetrack here.
It's called a track map.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered if he had one. He still got lost. Martin now tucked in second place. Fredericks there as well. Dudley's pushing along Wareham. No real moves there. Simon McPhee and Curtis Matthews have also just swapped places. And McPhee retakes that lead. But it's all about whether or not Fredericks is going to hang on here. Into Hasarota. He goes through the long left-hander. Looping back on yourself. Now up the straight we go. Before we go into that triple left here as well. One more lap to go, Jim. Any predictions?
Yeah, I think I really think that Cam's gonna hang on to it. I just noticed he's got a monster livery on the car, but I think that Skull and Crossbones is Hooligan, which is another entirely different energy drink. Interesting. Yeah, I think he's gonna hold on to it. He's been under pressure now for 3 or 4 laps, and he hasn't even remotely wiggled wrong. So I think he's comfortable with the pressure.
Okay, well, 45 seconds on the timer. Keep an eye on that. It's going to be very, very close through the shell S as they go. Through the right, then through the left. Now coming into the last couple of corners before we go into Saxon Curve. The final corner on the racetrack. Through the right-hander we go. One more corner Is Fredericks going to hold on for one more lap? Lee Martin's going to come up behind him, then down Wareham, Ryan Dudley fighting out. Further back, Dolan, Lopez, Silva continuing to fight as well. Over the line, final lap of the race. Cam Fredericks out in front, not long to go at all. Dudley and Wareham. Is Dudley going to make a move on Wareham going into the left-hander of turn number 1? He's definitely getting close enough. No move from Ryan Dudley. How long is he going to leave it, Jim, and where can he get it done?
Well, this is the place to make the move if you're going to try to make a run on him right here, is try to get a little better line through here and carry that little bit of extra speed down the straight.
You might be right.
Little touch of draft as well could probably help you there.
Yeah. This is going to be
I'll tell you,
left.
It's so hard to pass in these cars, though. You know, I mean, they're so equally matched. If the guy in front of you doesn't make a little mistake, it's tough.
Well, going to find out how skilled Dan Wareham Dudley's going to be, I should say. Wareham tucked in behind.
Wareham is tough too. Wareham's very skilled driver. I'm sure he's not going to. He's got to be tough to pass. So.
Yeah, it does look like in the pros it is going to be Fredericks. He is out in front at the moment. No dramas for him through the last couple of corners we go. And Mr. Fredericks looks like he may, Jim, have wrapped this one up. He's got one more corner to hold on to. Cam Fredericks going to come over the line. He's going to take that victory in race number 1 here as well for the pros. Frederick done, dusted, finished. Thank you very much, madam. Curtis Matthews is also going to come over the line. He's going to wrap up the win for the AMs there, Jim, as well. Great run from Curtis Matthews.
Fantastic. I believe that, I know Curtis pretty well. I believe it's the first time I've ever commented a race where he's had a class win. So, yeah, congratulations to Curtis there. That's a fantastic run. And also Cam Frederick. I mean, that was an absolutely perfect run. He did that. He, held up under the pressure. He did a fantastic job there.
Yeah, lights to checkered flag there. Lopez and Silva come over the line. Not very far apart here. I might just have a quick look. If I can get a quick look before it dies on me.
I know, right?
Nope.
Yeah, there it goes.
It didn't die on me. So
I wish they would change that feature. I really do. Especially when there's a warm-up like this, We should be able to look at replays during the warm-up.
Yeah, Cam Fredericks takes the win in the pros. Lee Martin alongside in second. Dan Wareham third. Then Ryan Dudley and Dan Foster with Simon McPhee. Then we got Curtis Matthews in 7th, takes the victory over Connor Pink. Adrian Hatfield in 3rd. Then Mikey Dolan, Davide Silva, Joseph Lopez, JT Johnson, Jake DeGrand and Egov Soterio round us off here as well. We've got a brief little warm-up. We're just going to grab a quick drink. Give us 2 seconds, guys, and we'll be right back. Okay, guys, we have just popped back there as well after the end of race number 1. 3 minutes on the clock. Ryan Merriam, hell yeah. Good win, Cam, it was as well. Simon McPhee is in the Pro-Am class, so he is the Pro-Am winner. Dude.
Oh.
Hold on a minute. I'd like to point out on the website for the results and the standings, there is Pro and Am. No Pro-Ams. So if you know something I don't, let me know. Connor Pink there in YouTube chat as well. Thank you so much. I had the fortunateness of chatting to Connor on Tuesday on the Virtual Track podcast. It's gone live on Spotify as well, so you can have a look and search it out there as well. Go and have a chat with him. Obviously, Daddy to be. Sophie's still hanging on to the baby. She doesn't want to give it up just yet. And, well, yeah, And that's about it, really. Still pregnant, poor old Soph, on that one. No giving up the baby just yet. But very interesting indeed there as well. So Curtis, reach out to me, dude. There is no pro and ams on your results. It's either pro or am.
I think he just meant am. I'm sure that's what he meant. And obviously since we were crediting him with the win, he's just acknowledging that.
No.
But Simon finished behind him, right?
Yeah, but Simon is the am. Oh, I know what is going on. Simon McPhee is actually in AMs. He is not in pros. He is not in pro because on the standings in his AM as well. There we go.
Okay. Well.
So there we go. So Matthews was second. McPhee was first. Having to check the standings there, of course, as well. But everybody else is where they should be. So there we go. McPhee was a winner in the AMs in the first race there as well. What do we think is going to happen in race number 2, Jim? How are we going to get on?
Well, I think, hopefully Curtis and Simon will have another nice battle, and maybe Curtis can earn that win that we gave him in the first race. But I expect those two to be battling, and maybe Connor Pink will sneak up there a little closer and make it a 3-car fight. And then obviously I think we're going to have our same 4 guys back up front in the pros, and it could be any one of them, really. They're all super talented. I think it's just a matter of, how they get on. I like I said, I'm curious to see how Wareham, if he's, if he was just a little off in that race, or if his car was acting funny, maybe he had a little incident or something. I don't know. He just didn't seem comfortable as he normally does. So I'm curious to see if that changes in this race.
There is a lot of excuses going on in YouTube chat at the moment, right? We've had Cam Frederick saying he's torn and sprained my MCL in my left knee yesterday, so hopefully it holds up for the race. We've got,
and then he just goes and wins.
Yeah, and then we got Dan Wareham saying, do not try a new rig, no practice is not good. Dolan's now in here as well, struggling tonight, boys. Got a spot of gout in the big toe. The inflammation of the joint and the haptics feel like a bloody hammer with ABS. And it's just a full list of excuses going on at the moment in YouTube chat. But I like
it sounds like a bunch of old guys is what it sounds like.
I know. They all sound older than me. Boys, what's going on? You lost your marbles or something? Right, let's bring you up the grid for race number 2, as all the old men are going to get out on the racetrack. Joseph Lopez will lead the way with Davide Silva in second, Michael Dolan third, Adrian Hatfield, Connor Pink, Curtis Matthews and Simon McPhee. Then Dan Foster, Ryan Dudley, Dan Wareham, Lee Martin and Cam Fredericks there. So great job from Fredericks taking that pole, that win in the race number 1. Then behind that, John Johnson, Jake the Grand and Egov Satiro as well. Right, all the old men are on the racetrack, ready to go with all of their excuses in hand. Currently,
it's not a 5-minute warm up. It's a 5-minute rub down. They got to rub the joints down or something.
Yeah, 5 minutes of exercise and knee massages there as well. I am old, says Dan Wareham. Well, I don't know, Dan, how old you are. So maybe you are, maybe you're not. Who knows? Right, lights are on, ladies and gentlemen, for race number 2. 25 minutes to come up with here. 4 lights, 5 lights. We are green, green, green. Joseph Lopez leads the way. Davide Silva comes over to try and cover off Mikey Dolan. Then thinks better of it as well. Into the sweeping left and right. There's a marcher coming through the middle, or trying to. But we are going to try 3
They're
wide.
4 wide.
Yeah, 3 and 4
there were
wide.
4
further
for a
back.
second.
Further back. You can see 3 wide going around.
Oh, my God.
That's Curtis Matthews in a fight. Just about made it through
McPhee
there.
was in there.
Yeah, absolutely. As these guys continue on with Mikey Dolan in there as well. There's the gaps and drop positions at the start. Dolan up 2. Matthews in a muscle with Dan Wareham, Dan Foster, Ryan Dudley, Adrian Hatfield, all in the mix as well. Lopez Silva side by side. Connor Pink's got nowhere to go at this moment in time, but Mikey Dolan has. He's shot off like a rocket, and side by side with Dudley and Hatfield. Dudley's absolutely flying here, Jim, at the moment, and making positions.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to McPhee there. He got off the track a little bit, and then he almost got just absolutely run over by Ryan Dudley. Not that it was Dudley's fault. McPhee slowed tremendously.
Yeah, Dudley does manage to hang on, though, sitting in fifth at the moment. He's making moves forward. McPhee, and behind him, Hadfield. There's Wareham and Foster with Matthews and Fredericks. Martin and Jake DeGrand in the background. John Johnson and Egop Soteria are having their own battle. But Lopez is side by side with Mr. Connor Pink here at the moment. Connor's got Lightning McQueen tucked up right behind him in the shape of Davide Silva. Dudley's just gone and sent it past both of them. I think Ryan Dudley might be on a bit of a mission here in race number 2.
Well, Silva's making a hard move down the inside on Connor Pink there. He gave him plenty of room, though. That was actually a good move.
Yeah, Dudley now coming up to the back end of Joseph Lopez. Pink on the inside. McPhee's cleared Silva. Is Dudley going to make a move over Lopez? He's not. Is McPhee going to make the move? No. There is a send up the road, though. Down Wareham. Oh, my dearie me. Oh, Connor's gone round.
Oh, no.
Connor's gone round.
Oh, he's right in front of Curtis. I think Curtis stopped and didn't hit him, though.
Did Connor lose this on his own here, or was he sent on? Oh, no.
No, he was sent. McPhee.
Yeah, McPhee hit him. Watch Matthews managed to get it just about stopped, but does lose a few places.
So one of those team cars, either it was Wareham or who drives that team car, one of them hit him straight on with their front end, and that had to cause a little damage.
Yeah, definitely. I believe that may have been not Dan Wareham. Who's the other Simtech car? It might be Dan Foster.
Foster, yeah,
as well. Connor Pink. Nope, I definitely got hit. We did see some. We saw it. Okay, you did. McPhee hit you there, unfortunately, going into that corner. I'm not sure what he could have done. He was just carrying too much speed. Maybe hit the brakes before you say anything on that one. Dudley is going. Dudley was going somewhere. We're not quite sure where. Lopez was holding on. McPhee hanging on as well. Dan Wareham in the background. Hadfield, Silver and Fredericks are the next group of cars continuing to fight. Lee Martin, Foster, then further back, Jake DeGrand, Egop Soterio and John Johnson are having their own little battle out for the final spot on the racetrack.
Yeah, once again, battles up and down this entire field, and we got our race winner from last race. He's up 4 spots now, and you got Dan Wareham's up 5 spots. McPhee's got a nice run. He's up 3 spots already. Yeah. And Ryan Dudley, holy cow.
Motoring.
He's up 7. Yes, flying.
Dudley there, up 7 places on board with Silver. That's Hadfield in front. We've got Fredericks in behind. I don't know if Fredericks is taking this easy or is... I don't really know, but whatever he's doing, he's only got 20 minutes to go here, Jim. He needs to surely start getting moves done, doesn't he?
Yeah, the problem is when you get stuck back here like this, it's just, it's allowing those guys up front just to build such a gap that it's almost, unrecoverable.
Yeah, Fredericks in now through the right-hander chicane. Through we go onto the next right-hander now as well. Up the Stadion Gerard.
I tell you what, Dudley, if we're looking at the timing board, is all over Dolan.
Yeah, coming into the corner. Oh,
look at this.
Frederick straight through the middle. Oh, dude.
Oh, no!
All day for Cam Fredericks. Never going to work. Trying to take that 3 wide, then gets absolutely motored on in that section in the middle. Watch him come through the middle. Silver's on the left. Fredericks is there as well. And unfortunately, Fredericks missed his braking point. Was never, ever going to make that corner. Ryan Dudley alongside Dolan now. They're neck and neck going into the left and right-hander. Dolan's on the inside. Dudley's there as well. Now gets the inside line for the exit. Dudley's going to go through. Dolan, not his fight. Jim doesn't have to fight too hard.
No, he gave him a good little battle, but yeah, don't waste too much time fighting with him. You're in the lead for the AMs, and don't give that up. Especially with there's 2 other AMs right behind them still, because they had started up front because of the reverse grid. So yeah, just let him go and do your thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Ryan Dudley, Dolan, Lopez, all in the fight. See what happens here as well. Further back, Silva, Martin, Foster, Matthews, Hatfield, Satiro, DeGrand, Fredericks, all mixing it up. What's Lopez is going to be able to do here with Dolan? This is battle for the AM lead, of course. Once more, you can see Dolan there. Lopez tucked in right behind. Got that run up, Staddy and Gerard coming into the Shell S's at the end of this straightaway under the Sig Solar Group bridge. Through the right hander we go. Oh, he can carry a little bit more speed. Get the speed on the exit, get the speed on the exit, get the speed on the exit. Now go left, go left. Oh! Decides to go up the right-hand side. Did Joseph Lopez. He got that speed on the exit, Jim, and he got the place done.
I tell you what, he carried a lot of speed through there. That was pretty impressive.
It was. Yes. So there we go. From Lopez, he got the carry on coming through the chicane, motored past, got the speed up, and then through he went. In behind that, Lee Martin having a good old battle with Davide Silva. Foster in there, Curtis Matthews tucked in as well. Through the left hander we go. Silva makes the move. Martin didn't make that move there, Jim. You saw him almost back out.
Yeah, he. I guess he felt like that wasn't the right place, or maybe he doesn't know Silva that well. This is Davide's first week in this league. You know, maybe you wait and figure out how a guy drives before you put a move like that on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Lee Martin, Davide Silva still continuing the fight through, coming into the triple left now. Martin's looking up the inside, can't make it through. Silva still holding on. There's two parts of the S's. Martin got to tap up the bum then. Foster tapped him up the rear end. He's got to be careful, Jim. You don't want to be slapping bums that close.
Stop it.
You do anything?
No, it's just the difference. English and American, that was just funny to me. That's probably normal for you guys. That was just funny. You don't want to be slapping bums. That was great.
Well, you don't. If you end up too close, you have to get yourself in trouble. You know what I mean?
No, that's right. The thing. Oh, there he goes. He's trying to make it.
Marbles.
That's a tough spot anyway.
Yeah, marbles on the outside.
This is a good little stretch right here. If he could make it, carry some good speed through here. I'll tell you who carried good speed through there was Silva. He had a nice run through there.
Yeah, Natasha Lopez, I'm going to presume, is the wife of Joseph. Is in YouTube chat as well. Your boy is sat in third at the moment, Natasha. He's doing a great job mixing it up at the front end in that Zoomies machine. They are side by side again. Silva and Martin. Is Silva going to be able to make this? He can't. He's almost too afraid to turn in there, Jim. Every single time Martin jinks out the way.
Yep.
Now what's going on here though is Dolan is having a good old battle with Wareham. Wareham's trying to get past Lopez. Lopez is still holding on in that Zoomies machine and is doing a great job in the process. But Martin's got to be braver at turn number one. He just doesn't look like he wants to turn in.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, maybe it's because Silva's new and he just doesn't want to put his car in a spot where he doesn't know how the guy's gonna. He's just not comfortable driving around the guy yet. Which that's a legitimate thing for sure. But Wareham got by Lopez there, and so now was Zoomies is starting to get the blinkies.
Yeah.
I wonder if Wareham can start closing this gap up on Dudley. It's about 3.5 seconds or so. Now that he's clear of Lopez, let's see what he can do. He's looking at the damage on the front of his car. Did you see that? He's definitely got a little aero damage up on the front of his car. Not that that's going to kill these cars, but it probably doesn't help for sure.
Martin Foster has cleared Silva. I do wonder whether or not Silva made his mistake to get overtaken here, but this is how Lee Martin got through. Was big and brave boy in the end. Silva ran exceptionally wide through the triple. Ooh.
Way wide.
Way wide there for Davide Silva. And unfortunately, he did lose 2 places in the points. And that's how he gets that one. And he's now lost a place to Curtis Matthews in the background. And now they're all coming at him from all sides. Satiro's now going to try and make a move up the inside as well. He does. Silva, again, nothing to defend. He goes and tries to dive up the inside on the exit. Satiro runs very wide. Gives him an exceptionally huge amount of space, but does make it round the outside.
But he made the move.
Yeah, watch Hadfield.
Yeah, he made that work.
Hadfield.
Isn't it crazy how you get run off track and you lose a little momentum like that and you get passed by 5 guys?
Yeah, I think that's the thing. It was just such a flow track. He's got to make sure he can hold it. Lopez and Dolan are still trying to scrap it out here, side by side. Dolan from that ESR, Joseph Lopez from the Tanso team, doing a great job, managing to hold on to this one. He's still fighting it out, Lopez. He's still battling along. Dolan's still tucked in right behind him. In fact, Dolan is that close here as well. He's got to be looking up the inside, surely, for Mikey Dolan. Is he going to do it? No. Oh, that is not going to help.
That's so scary, man, to be on a, driving behind a guy who's blinking like that. I know it's not, obviously not his fault, but man, I tell you what, you can see there that Dolan backed out of it and it cost him a spot.
Yeah, he did there as well. Simon McPhee got cleared. Now Joseph Lopez is going to have to hold on again. Let's just hope that blinking doesn't end up getting him back into pit lane for any specific reason. As we all know, the back to pit lane thing, I don't know what they've given the official name for it, but it does kick you back into pit lane if you disconnect.
Packet loss, I think, something like that. Packet loss penalty or something.
Is that the packet loss monitor?
I don't know if it's called a monitor, but I think it's called a packet loss flag, I believe.
I do wonder if the packet loss monitor has a badge to say is the packet loss monitor. Like our prefects at school had prefect badges because they were prefects and they were important, and basically they did the job of the teacher because the teacher couldn't be bothered. So there we go, they gave them to prefects. And that one, and there we go. Anyway, enough of my rant from my schooling days. Lopez, Wareham, McPhee, and Dolan all continue to fight.
I thought we were fixing to get the whole lunch money in the schoolyard thing and the shoes over the power line or something.
Hey, been there, done that, mate. Don't you worry about it.
Yes. Were you the bully, or were you the one that had to give up your lunch money?
I plead the fifth.
So, by the way, looking at Dudley and Wareham here, so far Wareham has not been able to close the gap up. He has he's lost about a second.
Yeah.
Since I originally said that. So I don't know if if that's all Wareham's got, or if that little bit of damage on the front of his car is just holding him back slightly.
Yeah.
But he doesn't seem. Dudley's flying.
Yeah, McPhee now. He's got Lopez on the run. Lopez wants the inside for the exit. Allow him to have that inside line, but you've got to get him on the exit. You've got to get him on the exit, Joe. You've got to get him on the exit, Joe. Send it up there, Joe. Let it open it up. Run it a little bit wide. Carry a little bit more speed. Now Martin's, now open it. Open it. Open it. Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that, Joe. You kill me. As McPhee still can't. Do you know, it's really weird, right? Because Lopez runs clean all the way through the lap, but then as soon as somebody gets close, it's blinking.
Right. He might have his wife on a button or something. When they get close to him, he hit the button.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy. Joseph Lopez is purposely blinking to stop people. I don't know. What a load of rubbish.
I know you like a good conspiracy theory. So, but if you're Joseph's wife, I'd be running around the house turning off anything that uses internet.
Yeah, I would be as well. Stop using that microwave, Natasha. It doesn't need that hot cup of tea at the moment. Use a kettle. Here as well. Mikey Dolan tucked in, Lee Martin there at the same time. Lopez still having a blink, and again, he's got cars close to him. It's so coincidental.
Your microwave uses internet?
No, it blocks out signal if you're on Wi-Fi.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No.
Microwaves.
Oh, look at this.
Microwaves waves block and can have an effect on Wi-Fi.
I did not know that.
Well, there you go. That's why you blink a lot. Because your wife's in the back doing your noodles.
I do. She is.
You know what I mean?
Doing my ramen noodles, yes.
Yeah, sticking your popcorn in the microwave. That's the problem. That is exactly the reason why Jim blinks a lot. On this one, Dan Foster with Mikey Dolan, Simon McPhee, and Lee Martin. You get a science lesson as well. And I'd like to point out as well, my mum always says there's never any smoke without fire. And that's generally the reason why conspiracies kick off, is because there's no smoke without fire. Just to let you know as well.
Right.
I'd love to go back and revisit the podcast I did with Craig Jones about conspiracy theories, but we had a creative difference, and unfortunately we didn't carry on with it.
Oh.
Yeah. Bit of a shame.
Oh, I'm going to have to hear that story one day.
I blame Craig, and he probably blames me. Simon McPhee, Lee Martin, Joseph Lopez side by side. 9 minutes on the clock. Martin holding on here. He's got McPhee pushing him along, got Dolan in and Foster in. Lopez is loving this because the more these guys fight, the more he can escape up the road here. Oh, McPhee. Oh, that was like a sudden stop in the middle. That was a little bit weird.
It was. Either that or it was a surge by Dolan.
Yeah.
So back to visit the Ryan Dudley, Dan Wareham situation. Wareham has made up a little time. I don't know if Dudley had a little boo-boo somewhere or if Wareham is just pushing a little bit harder, but he's cut that second plus a little bit out, and he is so somewhat closing that gap up.
Natasha's back in YouTube chat. It's making me crazy to see the car glitch out. Stop using the microwave, Natasha. He doesn't need popcorn now. I'm going to tell you that much there as well. On that, unless he set you up with a button. That's what I'm going to say. No smoke without fire.
That's right.
Right, as we move on. Otherwise, I'll be here all day. Dan Foster, Simon McPhee, Lee Martin's made a mistake. Something went on there as well because Martin, all of a sudden, has got... Did he have Lopez in front? Lopez, he was behind Lopez anyway, wasn't he? He was, but it looked like he ran in very deep going into the corner there.
Well, I don't. It was who was it? There was somebody that it wasn't Martin. It was behind them. Watch right.
Lopez comes.
Oh no, it's already happened.
Yeah.
It was somebody. No, if you go back and look behind McPhee, put the camera on McPhee right there. Oh, that's tore up good.
Davide Silva. I do wonder whether or not he was involved or something went on. Was there contact?
I don't know. Yeah,
Hadfield?
There was somebody that came running up behind McPhee and had to take it off track. Oh, that's not going to work well. Oh,
dude, don't do that.
Poor Lightning.
Poor Lightning.
He's got dental work done.
There's definitely no more Kachow. I can tell you that much. Foster has had a mistake. He rode the curb and has gone round now for Dan Foster. Hard on the throttle, trying to get that car rotated.
He stopped it.
Yeah, stopped it before the barrier. Lopez now with Martin in behind him. Lopez has still got Wareham in contact here. I do wonder if Wareham has got some form of damage because he's not really pulling away. Either that or Lopez is just having the blinking race of his life here, to be honest with you, Jim.
Well, I mean, at this point, Wareham is closing on Ryan Dudley and Lopez is staying with him. So I would say that the latter is probably correct. Lopez is having a phenomenal race, but Lee Martin has something to say about that.
Yeah, Martin's just gone up the inside. That again is not really Lopez's fight. Lopez's fight is off the front end of McPhee.
Yes.
And it's all down onto McPhee now. And McPhee and Lopez are going to have their battle. There's Silva. Silva really needs to clear that cut. Every time a car's near to Lopez, he goes and does that. Silva's causing drama. You're causing drama. So is that. McPhee now riding behind. So I don't really know what he would do. It's weird, isn't it? That it's only when cars are really tucked up behind Lopez, he decides it is kind of blink out.
Yeah, it is kind of strange. I don't know. Maybe it's his computer when there's more cars around him. Maybe it's causing a draw on too much on his CPU or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
It's just like when it's rain, all of a sudden your CPU starts sweating real hard.
I wonder if we need rain at random points. Like, set it to where all of a sudden it just goes dry and then just downpours on your head. You know what I mean? I think we need to mix it up a bit as well. I've seen one race where it went dry, then went wet, then went dry, and then finished in an absolute deluge of rain, and it was the best race I've ever commentated on. Me and Alex did it at SAA. It was at Montreal, and to the point of where the leader of one of the GT4 classes lost 20 seconds on the final lap because it absolutely deluged, and he tried to Lando Norris it, and unfortunately it didn't work out for him. and he spun about 4 times on the final lap. It was the best race I've ever watched. If you haven't watched SAA, go and search Sports Car Association America on JPB YouTube channel and find Montreal. You will not see a better race than what went on at that racetrack. The weather was set amazingly. It was dry, then it was just a little bit of spitting. Everybody went in, chased the wets, then it dried out again for a few laps, and then it absolutely deluged. And I like to point out the race is only 35 minutes long, and that happened all the way through the race. It was absolutely incredible. Best race I've commentated on for ages.
Wow, that's a lot for 35 minutes.
Oh, dude, it was mental. Absolutely bonkers. But it was incredible. It was the best use of the weather system I've ever used, I think. So that one league made that weather system work perfectly. And it was just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Lee Martin, Lopez there. Martin, McPhee and Lopez, Lopez can't get any closer. Mikey Dolan's got Cam Fredericks, who's trying to fight his way back through the field. He's got Curtis Matthews
and
alongside.
Curtis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fredericks is in there, though. He's got to try. He's got a long way to go. Once he clears Dolan, though, he's still got 4.5 seconds up the road before he can get to McPhee.
Yeah, and back up to the leaders, same thing again. The gap's back up between Wareham and Dudley. He just cannot. I think that damage is just holding him up slightly or something. He just can't get there.
And Fredericks did clear Dolan. I am expecting him to clear off a little bit down the road. McPhee and Lopez.
I mean, considering where Frederick ended up after he spun, he's doing a nice job of getting back up through the field. He's just it's just a mountain to climb, unfortunately.
Simon McPhee is really finding this hard. You cannot see what you can't. You cannot pass what you can't see here.
No, it's tough. I mean, I hate it, man. That's the worst feeling, is because you just know the guy's going to reappear and you're going to be hitting him, right? As it happens.
I've seen it before where literally the car reappeared and the guy was inside of him because he literally reappeared on him. Lopez still can't get, McPhee still can't get past. I'm really not so surprised, to be honest. Martin is there giving Wareham a whole bunch of grief. Dudley's going to go over the line. I think we're going to have one more here. This is going to be very, very close. What's he doing? 138. He's on a 150. I think it's going to be one more just about from Ryan Dudley. Yep, he couldn't take 5 seconds off because that would have given him, unfortunately, back into the hands of everybody else. Martin's now running side by side with Dan Wareham coming into turn number 1. Wareham's got that outside line. That's where he wants to be for the inside for the next corner. Manages to hold it. Martin does as well. Look how much
he's hit.
Look how much room McPhee gave him. This has got to be McPhee's opportunity, and he didn't carry. And watch how much room he gave Lopez for Simon McPhee. Look how far he goes out because he knows he's coming back. He just doesn't know where he's coming from. And I'm surprised he hasn't been on the radio saying, dude, you're killing me here. Can't pass.
He may very well be.
It's absolutely bonkers.
Well, at first I thought McPhee might have backed out of it a little bit there because of what had happened right in front, where you had Martin and Lopez, I guess. Who is that in front of
Dan Wareham, Martin, Lopez, and McPhee.
So it was Wareham and Martin got into the back of Wareham a little bit there, and I think that that may have caused. I thought it may have caused Simon to back out a little bit, but I mean, obviously blinking cars has been a long-term time issue in this type of racing. So. Yeah, I don't know what they tried to fix it with the blinky pack flaggy thing. Who knows? To be honest, I've never been in a race, I don't believe, where a guy actually got removed from the racetrack with the flag.
Martin, look in. No. Again. No. McPhee, you got to try something. You're just going to have to pick him up, son, and put him in your pocket and hope for the best here. Otherwise, you are going to give Lopez the win in this one. He's just got to go for it, hasn't he? And if they come together, he can't. Yeah, Lopez can't really blame him if he can't see him.
No, and it's time right now.
I agree. For Joe. He's just going to, for Simon McPhee, he's just going to have to go and hope that Lopez has either left him room or he's going to hit him. I think that's the only way you can do it here. Because every time McPhee, here we go. Every time he's close enough, got to carry it at speed through the corner. Dudley's behind a back marker, that's why that time's come down. And now Connor Pink, who's just been lapped, moves over out the way. Ryan Dudley. Martin's going to try and go up the inside here at this moment in time. Nope. McPhee again, no on Lopez. Hard at the moment. It is incredibly hard here. But it does look like with one more corner to go, Mr. Dudley's going to take the win in race number 2 in pros. He comes over the line, Ryan Dudley does manage to hold on. Great job from him. What's going on further back? Dan Wareham's going to grab it in second. Lee's going to grab it. Lopez grabbed the win, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's tough, but
tough for
yeah,
who?
I don't know. For McPhee, obviously, but do you ask Simon to just move out of the way? I mean, do you ask Lopez just to pull over and let you go by because is he blinking? I don't know.
I can guarantee that would have probably been one of the messages over the radio. Please.
I'd be curious to see if they were in the same Discord, and talking.
No. Judging by that one.
Right.
That would be a no, as John Johnson's come
over
the line.
Let's ask him about it if he comes in for an interview. Let's ask him about it. See what he thinks.
Let's see if we got now. We're going to have a chat with Davide Silva, who has come into the series here as well in repping that 95 Lightning McQueen car. Will Lightning be happy with the fact it got a face job in race number 2? Well, let's find out. Davide, welcome in, buddy. How are you? Good evening. Is it me you're looking for?
He might have stumbled into the wrong room.
Yeah, definitely not. Can't hear him. So there we go. Right, we'll pop him back down here and we'll have a chat with Mr. Connor Pink, who got hit out and then had his own dramas. And he ended up getting lapped in race number 2. Connor, welcome in, bud. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, bit of a stinger in the second race, but I think I came third in the first heat, so I'll take that.
Yeah, in the AMs as well.
Yeah.
How do you think it's going to go here? What do you reckon? You're a couple of races behind everybody, so
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be scoring the points if I can't get around the second race, that's for sure. But yeah, it seems good. I seem to be quite good in the first heat. The same thing happened to me last race as well, and then the second feature race, I just seem to, I don't know. I don't seem to make it round. So
there's a reason for that. When you reverse the grid and you end up coming up from behind, that causes more drama.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good race. I was a little bit off pace. I'm not really used to this car. This is my second time driving the car, so yeah, I'm not really used to it coming from GT3s. But I'm enjoying the racing. It's tough racing, that's for sure. You make a small mistake on a corner somewhere and you just lose it on the straight. You've got no pace on the straight at all. So yeah, it's definitely a different style of racing, but I'm enjoying it.
No, we just seen your accident there as well with Mr.
Yeah,
McPhee.
we just watched you make a mistake by not getting out of Simon McPhee's way because he decided.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened there. I wasn't sure who hit me. Was it Simon? Was it?
Yeah, it was Simon.
Yeah, we were all kind of coming into that corner. I had Ryan Dudley dive up the inside of me the corner before, and I kind of duked out of his way, and then I think I was just in the path of Simon McPhee in the braking zone. So yeah, I think we were all just kind of all in a bit of a mess there. But yeah, it happens. It's racing. It's what we're here for. So yeah, I mean, I just got back out on the track and just started putting laps down. So there was no catch in the back of the grid. I think luckily, I don't think I came last. I don't know, but pretty much last. So yeah, it's just the way it goes.
All right, man. Well, good luck, Connor. Anyone you want to shout out, buddy, before we let you go?
Just the usual. Mum and Sophie and you, and it was good chatting with you last Tuesday. So yeah, we'll see how it goes in the GT3s tomorrow.
All right, man. Well, take care, fella. It is live on Spotify as well, so you can have a watch.
Oh, great. Okay. Cheers.
All right, man. Take care.
Take it easy. Bye-bye.
All right, next up, we will have a chat with Mr. Curtis Matthews. He was the winner in race number 1. That was Mr. McPhee, who took the AM win after being politely corrected. But he has grabbed 2 podiums tonight, a second and a third as well in class, I believe. So, not bad evening, Mr. Matthews.
No, it was a lot of fun today.
Why do you sound like you're in a Dalek and you're from Doctor Who?
So, apparently I'm having issues with my mic. If it's too much, just let me know and I'll drop out.
It does sound like you're going to exterminate me.
It sounds like you're a Star Wars character.
Yeah. We're going to come out.
Want to live.
Yeah, come on. How was the racing out there anyway, dude?
It was good. So I know the big question is race 1. How did I drop from first to second? Well, so I was up front with all the pro guys, and I know Dudley was coming up, and I didn't want to hold up his race, him being pro. I just didn't realize how close Simon was behind him. And when I led up to let Dudley by, Simon, had a good draft, and he caught up to me real quick, and then it was just me and him battling out for the rest of the race.
No, it definitely was. You do actually sound really bizarre. I'm not going to lie. You do sound like a female Dalek. So what I will do, Curtis, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before we let go?
Just you guys and my wife.
Man.
Everybody.
Take care, buddy. Catch you soon.
May the force be with you.
Yeah, he sounded like a exterminate Dalek from Doctor Who, didn't he? It was very bizarre. Right, let's have a chat with your winner in race number 2 in AMS, Mr. Joseph Lopez, who has taken the victory in AMS. Some may say with some questionable internet going on every time a driver gets close. And he's got Natasha at home on the button, dinging the microwave. I can feel it now. But there as well. Joseph, welcome in, buddy. How are you?
Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't even know I was blinking until I got it. It didn't give me like a network warning or anything on iRacing, so I think just bad luck, I guess.
Oh, dude, it was every time a car got close to you.
Man.
It literally looked like you had somebody at home pressing a little button that kills you in the air and brings you back on again. It's like you're DNSing, just like. But it was. But look, dude, look, you can't help it. You couldn't see it, so what else more could you ask for? But a victory is a victory, right? Would you have Did McPhee shout at you and tell you were blinking?
No, I couldn't. I just downloaded the crew chief, and it messed up my voice chat in iRacing. I guess I couldn't hear anything anybody was saying anyway. So I got some problems over here. I got to figure out.
Yeah, well, it does sound like you got some issues there to do with on that one. But well done, fella. Congratulations on your victory in the AMS there, buddy. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go, mate?
My wife Natasha and my friend.
She did. She did a good job on the button.
Yeah. She really made it possible. She was just hitting the internet connection.
Yeah, digging the microwave for your popcorn. Don't lie, Joe. It's fine.
No, I would have let him by if I'd known, but yeah, sorry.
Oh, man, no worries at all. I'm sure Simon won't take it personally there, dude. Anyway, but listen, dude, have a good one. We'll catch up with you next week.
All right. See ya.
Right, we're going to have a chat with Mr. Davide Silva once more, who in the Lightning McQueen car sent him to the dentist in the barrier there as well. Davide, welcome in, bud. Nothing.
Not happening.
Not happening. We might have to call
He probably can't talk after he smacked the wall like that.
Well, he's probably fishing his teeth out, isn't he, really?
Exactly, right.
I don't know. Davide, can you hear me? Final time? No. There we go. Can't hear him there either on that one. So that's going to wrap this one up for this evening. Jim, final word from you, buddy?
Good race. We had battles up and down, a little drama here or there, it's all good. It was another great Tanso GR86 week every week. Good
Absolutely.
stuff.
Big shout out to OnlyFans.
I knew it was coming. As season, I said it was going to happen. It did. There it is.
Big shout out to Only Hands for making this possible. If you haven't seen, oh, swing. Go and check them out down in the YouTube description below. All links there as well. It's for drivers with disabilities. Absolutely great run by our very own Jack the Grand.
No, it is good.
On that one as well. Join us next week as we're off to Oran Park GP circuit as well. That's the Australian circuit that is no longer there. It is now a parking lot. I've been JP. I've been alongside Jim Cunningham. And as always, take care. Have a great week. And you never know. I might see you on the track sometime. Good night.
Jungle.